So this is for November 26th. Got a fog in my voice. I was watching this video. There's this evangelist that visits college named Cliffe. I wish I knew his last name. And I was watching a video and I kind of saw this like moment in heaven open up. So when I'm at work, I'll pray for my gifts to increase. And it seems to me that I'm getting the Old Testament gift of the priest, which is kind of someone who like combs out culture and establishes like routines for us to like remember our good rooted values. So think about someone who culturally gardens or gardens in, I can see it. I can see like silver roots. It's like the orchestra of civilization. Yeah, okay. Who gardens civilization? That's what a priest does. It's so weird how I just like saw it and like felt the roots and the grip and the gravity. But yeah, I made a note for myself. I can see heaven open up and how my efforts are creating a love harmony for people to move into and know peace and safety and joy. And that is just wonderful. And that'll happen as you spend effort. Your efforts will be reaffirmed, and that changes you. So for example, when I got my minor in art, I took painting and drawing classes, and I never painted and drawn or really drawn before. And my first drawing of a person, so this was my second semester, and we had a model. It was so bad, she went home crying, saying I made her look fat and pregnant. And I was like, oh, sorry, like, it was my first time. And then, but just 1 year later, just like 2 semesters after that, no. So I finished that semester, I had 1 more semester, and then I think I was like 2 weeks into my first painting class. And I just, because I'll ask questions, I'll ask the questions that make it seem like I'm dumb. Like, what's a cheekbone? Why does this work? Why does that work? Da da da. And I won, like my third painting, won awards. And my second painting that I'd ever done sold for $250, and my third one sold for $300. And so I had this overwhelming feeling, and I was talking to my classmate. I was like, what is this feeling? Oh, this is pride, like pride in my work, like pride in what I've done. And it just felt great. And it started to reaffirm in my psyche that like I was good at doing things. Like here was a product of my efforts and my desires to do something graceful and great and beautiful and strong and interesting. It was like a cyberpunk model that I painted. It was wonderful. But anyways, it's hard at first, and then it gets easier, and then it gets terrifying. As many of you know, I can give the gifts of the Spirit out to people, and it talks about that in Revelation, that the gifts of God will pass around the world. And so it's a terrifying moment to realize some of the things you're doing are talked about in the Bible. And so that's what I'm talking about. You keep working your skills, and what did they say? After 10,000 hours, you'll be Michael Jackson. It takes 10,000 hours to become like a world's greatest. So reach for those 10,000 hours, do really cool things, bring your friends along with you, and just pray. And if God says something like, you're gonna do comic books, don't wait. Don't wait, because there's some other wise men that they'll tell you the same thing. Like if you're waiting, it's gonna come later. So if God says you're gonna do comics, just start doing comics. God told him to start doing social media, and he said, I don't know about anything about social media. I hate social media. I hate working with electronics. But he said, 5 days, you kind of figure it out, and now it's not so bad. I'm like, so, yeah. And that was for November 26, 2024. Love you guys.